Hello everyone, good morning. It is now Sakr from Grade 6B from Abaq International School in Jeddah. I'm feeling delighted to meet you all today. In this video, I'm going to be doing a speech talking about an interesting topic that I wish you will like, and it is space. So let's start. What is What is space? Space is the whole area outside the Earth, where the stars and the planets are. Space, also known as outer space, is a new vacuum between celestial bodies. It is where everything like the planets, stars, galaxies, and other objects is found. On Earth, space begins at the Kármán line, 100 kilometers above sea level. This is where Earth's atmosphere is set to stop and outer space begins. Why space is important? Space is important because if in the future anything happened to our planet that is Earth and it is no longer there, where will we go? There are over 7 billion humans on Earth, which is a lot. We're all in the same world and crammed into one planet. Eventually, there will be more humans and less space for us all. At that time, the astronomers will do research for the most planets that have more oxygen and that maybe life can survive, maybe people can survive in it. And the people will move to another planet. Also, space provides Earth with valuable metals, rare objects, and precious materials that can be used for medical research. These special things can help cure diseases and help us to survive. Space is playing a valuable role in saving lives. Who is an astronaut? Astronaut is a person trained, equipped, and deployed by a human spaceflight program to serve as a commander or a crew member aboard the spacecraft. In simple, an astronaut is a person who traveled in a spacecraft, and he travels in space to discover space. Also, a professional space traveler is called an astronaut. The word astronaut comes from the Greek words astronauts, which means star sailor. The most famous astronauts and some information about them. Neil Armstrong. Neil Armstrong was an American astronaut and aeronautical engineer, and the first person to walk on the moon. He was also a naval aviator, test pilot, and university professor. Yuri Gagarin. Yuri Gagarin was the first person to fly in space. His flight on April 12, 1961, lasted 108 minutes as he circled the Earth for a little more than one orbit in the Soviet Union's Vostok spacecraft. Following the flight, Gagarin became a cultural hero in the Soviet Union. Buzz Aldrin. Buzz Aldrin is an American former astronaut, engineer, and fighter pilot. Aldrin made 3 spacewalks as pilot of the 1966 Gemini 12 mission, and as the lunar module pilot on the 1969 Apollo 11 mission. He and mission commander Neil Armstrong were the first 2 people to land on the moon. Chris Hadfield. Chris Austin Hadfield is a Canadian retired TSA astronaut, engineer, science communicator, singer, and former Royal Canadian Air Force fighter pilot. The first Canadian to walk in space. Hadfield has flown space shuttle missions and served as commander of the International Space Station, and now he teaches space exploration. Valentina Tereshkova. Valentina Tereshkova is a member of the Russian State Duma, engineer and former cosmonaut. She's the first and youngest woman to have flown in space with a solo mission on the Vostok 6 on 16 June 1963. Svetlana Zapotskaya. Svetlana Zapotskaya is a retired Soviet aviator and cosmonaut who flew aboard Soyuz C-7 in 1982, becoming the second woman in space. On her 1984 Soyuz T-12 mission, she became the first woman to fly to space twice, and the first woman to perform a spacewalk. She set several FAI world records as a pilot. Christina Koch. Christina Hammer Koch is an American engineer and NASA astronaut of the class of 2013, and she received Bachelor of Science. degrees in electrical engineering and physics, and a Master of Science in Electrical Engineering from North Carolina State University. And she broke the record for longest continuous time in space by a woman. She returned from space on February 6, 2020. Gurman Tedder, the second human. Gurman Tedder is the second human to orbit the Earth, aboard Vostok 2, preceded by Yuri Gagarin on Vostok 1. He was the fourth person in space, and he is the first to spend more than 1 day in space. He is the youngest person. He's 25 years old in space. Some facts: the bread, soda, salt, and pepper are not allowed to be eaten in space. Space is completely silent. There may be life on Mars. A full NASA spacesuit costs $12 million. Nobody knows how many stars exactly are in space. The hottest planet in our solar system is 450 degrees Celsius. The footprint in the moon will be there for 100 million years. There's a volcano on Mars 3 times the size of Everest. Who are astronomers? An astronomer is a scientist in the field of astronomy who focuses their studies on a specific question or field outside the scope of Earth. They observe astronomical objects such as stars, planets, moons, comets, and galaxies in either observational by analyzing the data or theoretical astronomy. Or distance and pool is the study of the stars and planets and their movement. It also uses mathematics, physics, and chemistry in order to explain their origin and evolution. Objects of interest include planets, moons, stars, galaxies, and comets. Some famous astronomers: Galileo Galilei, Isaac Newton, Ptolemy, Edwin Hubble, Nicolaus Copernicus, Johannes Kepler, and Albert Einstein. What is NASA? NASA word stands for National Aeronautics and Space Administration. NASA is a U.S. government agency that is responsible for science and technology related to Earth and space. The NASA mission is to explore, use, and enable the development of space for human enterprise, advance scientific knowledge, and understanding of the Earth, the solar system, and the universe, and use the environment of space for research. NASA was established in 1958. NASA developed a sensor suit that could help robotic and crewed missions make precise soft landing on the moon. Was launched on a Blue Origin suborbital rocket. Questions. It's quiz time. Dear viewers, kindly try to answer these questions based on understanding from the speech. Say at least one famous astronaut. When was NASA established? Say at least one famous astronomer. Which planet there may be life in it? Vocabulary. Repulsive, repelling things. Example, a repulsive force. Reconcile, to make things agree. Example, I cannot reconcile what you say with what you do. Shun, to deliberately avoid or keep away from someone or something. Example, she was shunned by her family when she traveled Canada. Trepidation, fear and anxiety about something that may happen. Example, she entered the cave with great trepidation. Reject, to refuse to accept a person or thing. Example, they rejected all offers of help. Thank you so much for listening to my speech. I hope you people enjoyed it and liked it. Until then, it's me, Lana, signing up. Stay tuned. Bye!